Hey everybody, it is Sam with this week's missions. Sorry Mark's not here. He had his fantasy football draft with his son Sammy. I'm sure he'll be back next week and we will be good to go. Anyway, I think I can deliver the missions this week without him. I will sure try anyway. Our missions this week, we have 3 of them that are in theme and one of them that's a little bit different. Our parent, student, and volunteer mission all have to do with sportsmanship. Our student mission this week specifically, we want students to practice being a good sport. A specific skill, a specific task you can give them is after they get done playing at recess or in practice or in PE or in a competition, shake hands with whoever they were participating with and tell them one thing positive about that experience, about that play, about that competition. So that's student mission. Our volunteer mission, which is new this week, we haven't been doing volunteer missions until now. Volunteers, we would like you to come into the school and hang out in the hallways and find 3 students, at least 3 students to speak with, and ask them, hey, tell me somebody you've played with, tell me what you were playing, and give me an example in that interaction of being a good sport. So that's our volunteer mission. Our parent mission this week, what we'd like you to do is play something with your kids. Practice a sport they're involved in, or play a game of Candyland, anything. But in that play, we want you to engage in a conversation where you talk about, hey, you know what's important? What's important is doing your best, having fun, and if this is something you practice your best. Because, and I really believe this, if you have fun, if you practice your best, if you do those things, winning takes care of itself. You'll win just as much as you're supposed to as long as you do those things. So, for parents, for students, for volunteers, it's all about sportsmanship this week. But we're going to backtrack just a little bit for staff mission. Staff mission this week is not about sportsmanship, it's Secret Mentor. Now this is a mission I've been doing for a while now. We do it at least once every year. What the premise of it is you want to pick one student. What we've done in the past is pick one student and be that student's secret mentor. Just know that you personally are going to have that student's back, are going to be an advocate for that student. A guy named Mark that I've seen speak before, not the Mark I hang out with, a different Mark, shared this mission with me once, and he always likes to say, just think if you've had somebody that's had your back like that, and you didn't know what kind of difference that'd make in your life, then he also likes to point out, you really probably have. I want to change it up just a little bit. What I want you to do is I want you to pick 1 or 2 students that would normally be labeled at risk. And your mission in being a secret mentor is be one of the factors that moves them from at risk to a child of hope. Student that you are concerned about dropping out eventually, whether that's in 6 years or 12 years or when spring rolls around, be one of the factors that moves them to this is going to be a graduate, this is somebody that's going to be successful. The big thing I really want you to remember with this is you can't be the only factor, but you can be one. Be a force of good in this child's life. Pick that child and say, I'm going to be one of the factors. And then for the rest of the school year, find ways to be that factor. Whether it's just making sure you talk to them on a consistent basis and they have a positive interaction, whether it's stepping up when they need some help, whether it's going that extra mile in some circumstance for them to get services or help that they normally wouldn't, whether it's somebody that's going to go just a little bit above on communication to make sure that parents and the people that care about that child know what's going on and how they can be an advocate. So, I really believe in that secret mentor mission, and I know we call this Mission Monday, and I know it's a week-long mission. This one, all year long. Pick it this week, own it all year long. Other than that, you can always check us out at missionmonday.com. On missionmonday.com, you can, of course, find our YouTube videos. You can also follow us on Twitter at mission_Monday. You can also check us out on Facebook, and you can get signed up on that email list. If you want to email me, sam@tnop.net, I will send you all this stuff via email every week. Other than that, we will see you next week. We're just getting our year kicked off. It's been pretty cool. I hope yours is pretty cool too. Thank you so much.